Change how you conceal spots forever. If you're suffering from spots and you think you've tried every technique to cover them, watch this video because I've got some professional makeup artistry techniques that could really benefit your makeup routine and covering these little bad boys. The first thing we're going to do before we apply our makeup, now obviously I've got makeup on the rest of my face, I've purposely not applied any around here. We're going to start by cleansing the skin using a muslin cloth. Now a muslin cloth has a bit of a rough texture to it, and if you wet the muslin cloth and just in little circular motions go around the area that you have spots, this is just going to take off any rough skin and make your skin nice and smooth for when you put the coverage on top. The next step we're going to do is we're going to actually treat our spots as we wear our makeup, and to do that you're going to apply a salicylic acid to the spots. Now salicylic acid is amazing for breaking down oil and getting right to the root of the spot. It helps unclog the pores and treat the inflammation. Plus, because it goes on really clear and it sets matte, it's perfect for applying your makeup over the top. So I'm going to apply this to the spot. So once that's dried, we're now going to take a concealer. Now I recommend finding a concealer that suits your skin tone but that has a yellow undertone to it. The yellow undertone will help counterbalance the redness in the spot. The other thing to look for in a concealer when covering spots is that it be quite a thick consistency. So anything like a concealer in a pot like this, you know it's going to have quite a thick consistency, and it's really helpful if the concealer is matte. When a concealer is matte, it doesn't give any shine to the spot, which helps the spot look flatter. Now my next tip for applying your concealer is not to take a brush, not to use your fingers, but to actually find a Q-tip like this with a pointy edge. Now the reason we're going to do this, it's the perfect size for concealing spots, so you don't have to contaminate your brushes. Best of all, these ones are recyclable. We're going to take our concealer, we're going to dip in, and then we're going to apply this to the center of each spot. We're going to wait a few seconds for that concealer to kind of set into the skin. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take our ring finger and we're going to pat it into the skin. Now this is really important because our ring finger has the lightest touch, so it's the easiest finger to blend with, but you want to make sure your finger is really clean. So by patting and pressing the concealer in, it's going to give you more coverage. Now don't worry if the edges don't blend yet, because we're going to do that in just a sec. We're just working on putting coverage onto the major redness of those spots. Okay, next up we're going to take a loose powder, or you could take a pressed powder. This one is amazing because it diffuses the look of pores and it makes the skin have a blurred effect, which further helps the skin look more perfected. So I'm going to take a powder puff, make sure it's clean, because it's really important that if you have spots, you keep your brushes clean, you keep your powders clean, you keep your pillowcase clean, because that is all going to help your skin stay spotless. Okay, then we're going to press and roll the powder into the concealer. Then we're going to apply another layer of the concealer. The trick to your coverage staying all day is layers. Press the powder on once more. Dust off any excess powder. Next, what we're going to do is we're going to take the foundation that we used on our face, on the rest of our face, and we're going to apply that over this so that it all marries up together. Now, if you have spots on your chin like I do, and you've made your skin look really perfected, what I like to do is just add a little bit of bronze on my face over the top of the foundation, just because I want to bring in the natural tone into my skin so it just looks like the rest of my skin and all pretty flawless. So this spot here is particularly raised, but what if we made this spot into a beauty spot? Let's play on the fact that it's raised. Let's make it into a really cute beauty spot. So to do that, we're going to get a brown smudge proof liner, and we're just going to draw a dot on the tip there, and then with our loose powder we're going to pat over the top, and there you have a spot turned into a beauty spot. If you've liked this video, follow me for more makeup artistry tips, and let me know what other tips you can share each other in the chat. See you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.